Standard 10th History and Political Science Textbook Solution Chapter 2 Historiography Indian Tradition Part 1 video. Question number 1. Choose the correct option from the given option and complete the statement. First question, dash dash was the first Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India. Option A, Alexander Cunningham. Option B, William Jones. Option C, John Marshall. Option D, Frederick Max Muller. And the right answer is option A, Sir Alexander Cunningham. Second question. Second question, dash dash translate the Sanskrit text of Hitopdesh in the German language. Option A, James Mill. Option B, Frederick Max Muller. Option C, Mount Stuart Elphinstone. Option D, Sir John Marshall. And the right answer is option B, Frederick Max Muller. Question 1b. Identify and write the wrong pair in the following set. First, who were the Sudras? Subaltern history. Stiri Purush Tulna, feminist writing. The Indian War of Independence 1857, Marxist history. Grand Duff, colonial history. तो राइट आंसर इसमें से जो है कि रॉन्ग पेयर कौन सा है, तो रॉन्ग पेयर जो है इसका है ऑप्शन नंबर थर्ड, द इंडियन वार ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस 1857, मार्क्सिस्ट हिस्ट्री इज द रॉन्ग पेयर. Question number second, explain the following with its reason. Question number 1, writing of the regional history received a momentum. Answer, point number 1, Indian historians trained in a British educational system showed an inclination to restore the self-esteem of Indians. They started writing nationalistic historiography. Point number 2, historians from the different regions of India criticize the prejudiced history of India written by the British officer. Point number 3, their attention was drawn toward geographic condition and history of the different regions of India. Point number 4, the nationalistic historiography helped in trigger the history of different regions of India. Point number 4, the nationalistic historiography helped in triggering the independence movement. Point number 5, it provided a momentum to the writing of regional historiography. For example, nationalistic writing in Maharashtra were inspired by Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar. Hence, writing of the regional history received from momentum. Question number 2. Bakhar is important types of historical document. Answer, point number 1, bakhar are important source of history like coin, inscription, text, copper plate and travelogues. Point number 2. Bakhar contains eulogy of heroes, historic event, story of lives of great men, and description of battle. Point number 3. It portrayed a picture of prevalent society, religions, and economic life. Point number 4. Bakhar are of various types which contain biography of king, dynastic history, description of event, sects, autobiography, mythology, administration of king, etc. Point number 5. These descriptions are helpful for writing historiography. Point number 6. Among well-known Marathi Bakhar, Sabhasad Bakhar written by Krishnaji Ananta Sabhasad require a special mention. भाऊसाहेबांची बखर and पानिपताची बखर describe the Battle of Panipat. Hence, bakhars are important type of historical document. Question number 3. Write detailed answer of the following question in detail. Question number 1. What is the Marxist history? Answer. In the post-independence era, new trend emerged in writing Indian historiography. Marxist historiography is prominent among them. Point number 2. Historiography, which is based on idea of Karl Marx, is known as Marxist. Point number 3. Historiography, the Marxist historiography more important was given to class struggle. Next point. Marxist historiography reflect concern for the means and mode of production as well as the industrial relation. These become center of writing of Marxist historian. Next point. How every social event affect the life of people was analyzed and it become the theme of Marxist historian. Marxist historian study the transition that took place in the caste system. Next point. Notable Indian historians who adopt Marxist ideology were Damodar Kosambi, Comrade Sripad Dange, and Ram Saran Sharma. Next point. Their writing reflected Marxist ideology. Comrade Dange was founder member of the Indian Communist Party. Question number 2 of question number 3. What is the contribution of Itihas Charya V.K. Rajwade to historiography? Answer 1. Point number 1. V.K. Rajwade is well known for his writing in Marathi on subjects like history, linguistics, etymology, and grammar. His contributions are as follows. He compiled and edited 22 volumes of Marathanच्या इतिहासाची साधने. Next point. He stated that history is the all-inclusive image of past societies. Next point. V.K. Rajwade was of the view that history does not include any stories of political image, conspiracy, and war for the seizing power. Next point, he was of the firm opinion that we should write our own history and insist that history should be written only using the authentic sources. Next point, he was of the opinion that description of any human event in historiography should have balanced combination of three factors, namely time, space, and personality. Question number 5. Explain the following concept. First, Orientalist historiography. Answer point number 1. In the later part of the 18th century, many European scholars felt curious to know about civilization and countries of the East. Next point. These scholars who studied the Indian civilization had respect and administration for it. They were known as Orientalists. Next point, they studied similarities between Sanskrit and some of the European languages, focusing more on Vedic tradition and Sanskrit literature. Next point, it resulted in notion that an ancient language could be the mother of all Indo-European languages. Next point, notable Orientalist scholars are Frederick Max Muller and William Jones. Question number second of question number 5. Nationalistic historiography. Answer point number 1. English education started in India in the 19th century. The Indian historians who were trained in English education system realized the glory of their past. Next point, they showed an inclination to restore the pride in the ancient glory of India and the self-esteem of the Indian reader. Next point, they laid the foundation of nationalistic writing. Nationalistic writing in the Maharashtra were inspired by Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar. Next point, nationalistic historians opposed the prejudicial history written by the British officer. Next point, Mahadev Govind Ranade, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, Ramesh Chandra Majumdars are renowned nationalistic historians. Next point, nationalistic historiography inspired freedom struggle against the Britishers and gave momentum to write about regional history while glorifying the past. At the time they are blamed for ignoring to critical analysis the truth. Question number 3 of question number 5. Subaltern history. Answer point number 1. History of deprived classes or communities who were deprived of all rights is known as subaltern history. Point number 2. The seed of subaltern history can be traced in the Marxist history. Italian historians Antonio Gramsci has special importance in writing the subaltern history. Next point, he presented the idea that history should be written starting from the bottommost rank of people in the society. Next point, Ranjit Guha, an Indian historian, has given prominence to subaltern history and played a major role in establishing it as an important academic school of historiography. Similar thought were expressed by Mahatma Phule and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, which can be found in their writing. Question number 4a. Complete the following chart. Column 1 Historian, column 2 Name of the book.